Alrighty. I asked, and everyone delivered. We hit the $150 to upgrade Star Fox 64 to a red line. Now, this makes me really upset because I've just recently found out that our boy Chris, Mr. Silent Hero, didn't know Blue Line. So now I'm kind of upset that we don't get to see Blue Line, but at the same time, hey, it's another incentive that we've also hit. Oh, and then since we're sitting at $410, we asked for $10 redos to get to 420. The Anonymous donated $10, who says a funny number, and then Dale Duck, who also donated the $17 and says curb to get to the 410, also donated another $10 and says haha, funny number. Both came through at the same time, so I don't know if they're just Dale on two different donations or not. But hey, we got it. We're now at $430. It's kind of huge. We're $30 out of $250 for the next incentive, which is Final Fantasy X2 Final Fantasy Duets. You guys know the drill. ! Donate. We've got a little over 2 hours to hit that, so we've got time. Alright, I hear from the little birdies in my ear that we are ready for Final Flame's second run of the day. So, let's get to that straight away, shall we?
My name is Seima. I used to be afraid of the waves. During big storms, waves flood my house because it floats on top of the water. My school floats on the water too. Save the Children helped us build it. Teacher picks me and my friends up in the boat and we go to school. I wear a life jacket because I can't swim. In the boat with teacher, we're not afraid. We sing and dance. At school, we read, we learn the alphabet, we count, and we sing songs. I love my teacher. She makes me smart. I study every day because I want to be a teacher like her.
Alrighty, everyone, I'm back. Final Flame's back. But Kirby's not back? We're playing Sonic, aren't we?
We are. So, I know I just played a run of Kirby, but if you've never heard of me, I am primarily known for running Sonic games, more so specifically classic Sonic games, and even more specifically, handheld Sonic games, 8-bit Sonic games. So I'm going to be showing off one here today in Sonic Chaos. This was released on both the Sega Master System and the Sega Game Gear. I personally have nostalgia for the Game Gear, so that's the version I will be playing for you here today. This is going to be another very short run, probably even shorter than Kirby's Dream Land. So let's go ahead, go to our character select screen. We have our choice of Sonic or Tails. We're going to be playing Sonic. Sonic is faster and brings in, how can I word this? Brings in some unique ways of clearing the stages later on. Yep, no Knuckles in this game, sorry. Knuckles appears in the next game, I believe, Triple Trouble, if I remember right. let's go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, once I find the correct button on the controller, that helps. So we have two forms of movement here, of quick movement, I should say. The first one you just saw there is called the peel out, and the second one, which you're going to see here, is called a spin dash. You're probably familiar with the spin dash if you've ever watched Sonic games before in the past. Fair warning, I'm going to shut up for a moment. At the end of each stage, you will probably hear me pause whatever I'm saying because I do need to count. I'll explain that in a moment. But the peel out is generally quicker depending on the terrain, depending on the enemies in front of you, because while you are doing a peel out, you can take damage. You are not invulnerable to enemies. Whereas if you're spin dashing, you are rolling. I did not want that. Oh, I don't know where we're going, y'all. I think right here is what I want. There we go. If you spin dash, you're rolling into the enemies, and you can just plow right through them. So what I'm doing at the end of the stage is, you see the signpost come down. You see where the game's kind of calculating a speed, which I believe is partially based off your ring count. How did I not? Okay, I don't know how I didn't lose time on that split. Sure, game, whatever. So I'm waiting about 4 seconds before letting a peel out go. And the reason is the faster you get off screen, the faster you can transition to the score countdown screen. That was pretty good. So you want to be ideally as far right as possible and have rightward momentum, and it'll carry you very quickly off screen. Whereas if you're just standing on the far left side, you have to gain speed. You have to go all the way from left to right. It's very slow, and it actually, while it might not seem like a lot of time, it adds up over the course of a run, and it is a massive amount of time as a result. So up until recently, there were plenty of differences between the Master System and the Game Gear version. Oh! Okay, well, I'm out of the soft lock. I don't know where I am now. That was not what I wanted to do. This stage used to have a different route in the Game Gear version, and then I tested out the Master System route and realized, you know what? It's actually faster to do that. Alright, well, PB is dead because of that. I guess that's some pressure off. So, what just happened there is a glitch. You don't want a glitch in this game because there's nothing useful that we found. If you've ever watched Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that's pretty similar to a stair clip where the game just tries to preserve your speed and decided, hey, you're going to clear this and just get stuck in this wall. Sometimes when I do that, I just instantly die. In this case, I didn't die. I just got pushed up. I'll take it, I guess. I'm not sure which one would have been faster at that point. Whatever works. So the bosses in this game, between the two versions, I generally say that the Master System bosses, the first 3 are harder than Game Gear, but the last 3 are easier. So I kind of have the easy route right now. This boss, for example, is only going to take 3 hits instead of 5 or 7, I'm not quite sure. Notice those rings I'm not getting. That's a common theme for boss stages. So something a casual player may not know, there was 3 tubes I had just jumped over. I almost timed that nicely. That one's hard to time. If you go in the top tube, the boss takes less hits. Go in the bottom tube, the boss takes maximum amount of hits. I'm not actually sure what the quantity is. So if you do ever play this, whether it be speedrunning or casual, you want to go in the top tube, even if it takes extra time to get there. Alright, so this stage is kind of cool, but I'm really good at dying in it. Okay, we're good. I haven't brought this up yet. This is the rocket. You just get it by breaking the item box with it in it, and it's pretty useful in some of these stages. That is unique, or maybe not unique to this game, it's new to this game. That was not in Sonic 1 or 2. Sonic 1 or 2 on the Game Gear also did not have a faster form of movement besides running and jumping. It did not have the peel out, it did not have a spin dash. So it was a really nice addition to this game. Alright, you're going to see something unique here, or I guess new here. It's not unique because you're going to see it in quite a few stages. We are going to collect 100 rings. And the reason we are doing that is that will instantly, upon the collection of the 100th ring, teleport us to the first bonus stage, where we would normally get a Chaos Emerald if we cared. We don't care about that. So we just immediately fail out of the special stage. we get this countdown, and we are done with that stage. And that is faster than going to the end and hitting the signpost. You are going to see that hopefully 3 more times. It's all going to be the same special stage because we're not going to get the emeralds. The emeralds in this game don't really do anything, you just get a better ending, and I haven't learned that yet. One day. I do want to learn that soon. So this boss isn't quite as simple as it may look. Once you get on the boss, you do have to go left. If you don't go left just briefly, the boss will go really high in the air and crush you on something. I don't know. It kills you. You don't want that. So you saw how I kind of bonked against the right side of the screen there on my P-Lat. If you're going to fail that, that's how you want to do it. Because at the very least, I am still on the right side of the screen. This stage is easy. It's pretty much hold right to win. I just briefly held left so I could roll into this. I don't think it could get much simpler than this one. I am not going to jump over the signpost. I've done that way too many times. So we are into the second half of this game. 6 zones, 3 acts, so 18 stages total. We are in Mecha Green Hill. It can be a little tricky. This one can be tricky just because of lag. Right here, I need to make a jump, and sometimes the game goes, you know what? You're not getting a jump. Be careful on these Lego-looking things. If you do not have enough rightward momentum, you will go right through them, fall, and depending on where you are, you may die. So, there are a few stages that have level layout variations between the 2 versions of this game. Mecha Green Hill 3 and Aqua Planet 3, which are going to be the next 2 boss stages. And this one in particular, I have to take, to go quick, a much harder route. So normally I would climb up those platforms, but I'm going to go for a jump here, try and land on one of these springs, jump at the apex of my height, and make it up here with enough rightward momentum. That's harder than it looks. But that does save me a couple seconds. This Moto Bug, some of these hits count, some of them don't. In a moment, I'm going to have to jump off of it, so I don't get hit by that. Oh, I didn't want to go all the way to the left like that. Let's try that again. We've got plenty of lives. Imagine getting the hard part first try and failing the boss. Couldn't be me. Oh. Okay, made it up here. That's good. Because once again, I don't have rings. You can get rings in the boss stages, but they're typically out of the way. This one, it's actually not super out of the way, but generally speaking, I don't have the issue I had there. I did try something where I got the rings and tried hitting the boss from underneath, but Sonic peeled out the wrong direction. But you just get crushed and literally get pushed through the floor and die. So it didn't help. And it might be slightly slower. We will actually be getting rings in Aqua Planet 3. That was not always the case, but I read in something that hopefully I can really show off well. Aqua Planet, water stage, lots of lag. It sucks. Don't play the stage, ever. It's horrible. Alright, and we're going to take an intentional death. So this is another stage where I want 100 rings. It is going to be so much faster than trying to get through the stage normally. So it's really easy to have a jump input eaten, or just some other BS thing happen. Aqua Planet, it's horrible. I think I'm good. Okay, now I just need to not miss this final jump. You can see there's a lot of ring boxes in some of these stages. A lot of ring boxes, which is really nice and convenient for collecting those 100 rings. And fortunately, both Aqua Planet 1 and 2 have those. Aqua Planet 2, I think, is a little bit easier, but Awkward Planet, you know, I like that. I approve. So I'm going to bonk to stop myself from putting me on that spring. 1, 2. Sonic, you weren't... Sonic, what are you doing? Just a couple more ring boxes I need to collect right up here. If I make the jump, I miss the jump! Is there a spring? We're going exploring, y'all. Well. This is our life now. I guess we're seeing more of the level. You know, okay, I'm at spikes. I'll just take a death. I jumped a little bit early. I missed my visual cue. Again, we've got plenty of extra lives. Oops. We've got extra lives out the butt. We've got plenty of continues. Or because the game can't fit that whole word on the screen, this version, we've got plenty of contis. That's where I wanted to jump and roll right into the final box. I promise we're still on pace to meet the estimate. Alright, so Aqua Planet 3, this stage is... yeah, that's the best way to put it. So generally I don't like invincibility boxes because of the amount of lag you get, but I do need that one here to send me up here because I need these rings for what I am about to do. So I am going to focus for a moment. This is a multi-phase boss. Alright, so I'm going to camp out in this corner with the goal. I'm going to take some damage boosts. I want to ideally get stuck between the boss and the edge of the screen. I have not found a way to make it consistent, unfortunately. Whereas on the Master System version, you can do that easily. Couldn't get it there. That's fine. That's still a little bit faster than doing this stage without going up to get the rings. You can tell just because of the music how much faster it is. So, not terrible. And down to 3 stages. Three more stages left, 3 acts. The next one is going to be the final one, where we are going to collect 100 rings to go to a special stage. Electric Egg. And because it's an 8-bit Sonic game, it's got to have tubes of some sort. I think they're in pretty much every one of them. I guess they were easy to program in. I don't know. So just going to roll off here and not fall quite yet. Hit that last ring box from the side. That way, you can collect it without bouncing off of it and immediately fall straight down onto those rings. Down to 2 stages to go. Unfortunately, the worst one is the final one, just because of the boss. Almost forgot which stage I was in because I'm already talking about the final one. Alright, so just do a couple jumps here to avoid some projectiles. Peel out to the end. Land on this platform right here. And off to the final stage. I don't have to time any more peel outs like that. Yay. Alright, so this stage, the reason this, I'd say, becomes more difficult is because, again, no rings. This is a 2-phase boss. For phase 1, you need to be sure to stay on the left side of the boss. Because there are 2 different projectiles he can throw at you. If you stay on the left side, it is a horizontal projectile that you are completely safe from. I'm going to do a little trick here, hopefully. I held right too soon. You can do a tight left-right to get in that gap earlier than you're meant to, and skip the elevator. If you are not on the left side of the boss, he will shoot a angled projectile, which will kill me, guaranteed. Hopefully we don't see that. And then phase 2, you just need to get 1 hit, but it's a difficult hit to get. And even if I had rings, if you miss the hit and get hit by Robotnik, you are dead. Alright, so 1 more hit. That's all we need right up here. And we got it. That's so much better than the last marathon run I did. Time is going to be in a moment. Time. Okay, I didn't die to the last boss. That's all I cared about. Yeah, as PPR said, Chaos is a fun short run. He also runs this game. He runs the Master System version. I tried that once. I'm not a fan. I'll stick to Game Gear. But that was Sonic Chaos. That is all I have to show you. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for being here. And I believe we have some more fun stuff coming up next. Unfortunately, I have to go to sleep. Unfortunately, because I really want to see it. But, yeah. Well, yeah, that's all I've got.
We do have a couple of awesome runs coming up to close out today, day 1 of Launch Party 2022. But for now, we'll take a bit of an intermission. We'll give you guys a bit of a break.